Ahoy there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olusegun Coming of Nosa Capital, coming to you in the very early hours of the 20th of August on a rather coldish morning here in the Southern Hemisphere. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at ADA. We've done so before a few days ago, and we're going to be looking at it today again. And as always, we start with the Ichimoku charts and, of course, the weekly charts. And as I always say to you, the higher time frames set the general direction of the market. Change is always coming from the lower time frames. So here, once again, we look at all the general indicators here, and everything's above the cloud. Price action above the cloud, Tenkan-sen above Kijun-sen, both also above the cloud, and of course, the Chiku span running free, definitely bullish. Popping down here quickly and looking at the market energy, we can see that it's about 51.17%. I beg your pardon, 51.17, not percentage, please ignore that. And that shows quite a bit of strength in the market. Okay, and thank God, if you look at it here, if you look at this last, let's do that, that's better. You can see that the price action, this week's price is not too far away from the, it's not far from the Kijun-sen, so we are not in an overbought situation at the moment. Let's go down to the daily. Again, in the daily, beautiful chart here. The Kumo, the cloud here, is at an angle showing that the markets are definitely on the rise. Excuse me. Price action above the cloud, Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, Chiku span running free, no disturbance there. If you look at the price action as well, today's price is not far from the Kijun-sen, so we're not in an overbought situation at the moment. Things are looking good. Further down, if you look at the market energy at 42.96, ladies and gentlemen, this is still above the 38.2, which means that there's still energy within this market. Okay, so finally we go down to the bridge between the long-term investors and the swing traders. Here we are also in the bullish, a slight bit of price drop here, but we are in bullish. Price action, Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, and of course Chiku span, everything above the cloud. Cloud is still at an angle, though slightly, gone sideways here, but still you can see the angle spot here. Looks quite good, looks quite bullish. Energy within the market, this is where we're a little bit concerned, the 37.84, just under the 38.2. We shall see where that, where that goes. Hopefully there'll still be some energy. The energy will be able to rebuild itself as price goes forward. We shall see what happens. Okay, let's head back to the weekly very quickly. And let's put on the Bitcoin bull market support, which is the moving average cloud that was built with the 20 weekly SMA and the 21 weekly EMA. And for many of my videos, I've always told you, even in the past, I've told you that once the price action goes above the 21 weekly EMA, we are beginning to get in a bullish realm. Now I've added this 20 weekly SMA because once the 21 weekly crosses over, that is definitely full confirmation that we are back on the bullish trail. So that's looking very, very close. If you look at the two spots we've got for the 20 weekly, we've got that at about $1.52, and for the 21 weekly EMA, we've got that at $1.45. So I suspect that within the next few days or so, and at most a week, I think that if things continue this way, we're going to have a crossover, which would further confirm the upward motion of the ADA market. So far, so good. The price has looked good from about $1.80 earlier in the week to about $2.35. $2.35 now gone up to $2.36, almost $2.37 as you can see yourself. So this looks good, and I'm sure many ADA holders will be quite happy. To further buttress that point, as I said to you, and let's just do that very quickly. Let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin chart. And I've told you that once the price action goes above the 20 weekly, what do we see? We generally see that the altcoins also begin to go higher in price. And that's what we're seeing. And now we've had, and I've often said, not the first candle that goes above, then you start saying no. You wait for the second, even third candle. But in this case, we've got 2 candles above the 20. This is almost a confirmation, almost 100% confirmation that you should expect higher prices within the altcoin community. And we've definitely seen that with from the Algorand to Matic to Binance, every other thing we've definitely seen that, and that's happened. That's why you're getting that. If we also look at ADA very quickly against Bitcoin, you can see that ADA is quite strong against Bitcoin here, as you can see there. Let's take that out. And I was using this to determine where things were, as you can see. Now, if you look at this chart, we've just exceeded this level here. I expect the price. This price is about $2. What was it? It was around $2 for $2.30 something. I can't quite remember what it was. $2.20 something. I expect it to go up to about $2.50 before we start seeing any retracement at all. If we begin to see any major retracement, I think it's about hit about $2.50 before we begin to see that. This is not the highest there's been against Bitcoin. You have to go back to about the 1st of January in 2018 to see that, which is this. Now, which is this line here, if you were to extrapolate this based against the price of Bitcoin, that is today's price, we're looking at about, as of the time I'm talking to you, we're looking at about $4.11, something like that. So can ADA hit that level again? I suspect it can, and I think so. Will it do it before the end of the year? I can't swear by it, but I suspect that ADA, I'm not quite sure whether to do that, but I suspect that we just might see $4 before the end of the year, but I don't think we will see 5. That's just my opinion. I mean, that might change. My opinion might change. The charts will tell us where to go. Who knows? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the market. Any sort of outlier can happen. Maybe the Cardano smart chain, smart contracts take off so well and produce such good stuff that it only just boosts the price. I suspect that the announcement about Alonso within this community has helped with this price drive here, this massive rise here. So this great big bullish kind of almost a Maribosu there. But, we shall see how the rest of the year goes. I suspect that there's going to be interesting times ahead. And I remember my last video, I said, are we not entertained? I believe we really were entertained. And, which begs the question, are we still entertained? Ladies and gentlemen, I would say yes, with this current price and the strength of Cardano within the altcoin community, or altcoin community of coins or tokens, should we say. I continue to suspect, I beg not suspect, but I continue to expect Cardano to be strong, for the token ADA to be very, very, very strong, and nothing but the best going forward. Anyway, that's enough from me. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes and ears open, and of course, you're trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.